Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets, guys, because as you can see, Bitcoin is now trading up here right around $13,000. We broke even higher overnight, guys. I'm going to be brief with the intro because in today's video, I want to show you guys how we're probably about to break all the way up to $14,000 and beyond. I'm going to be showing you some trend lines, a consolidation pattern, a trading channel that I think you guys are going to want to be looking at because I do think a breakout is coming today, but I'm also going to be playing a little bit of devil's advocate and showing how this could very easily fall over and actually continue bearish. I'm on the bullish side. Of course, you guys know that, but I do want to show you what the bears would say in a case like this as well so that you guys can learn from the market and hopefully protect yourself in any trades that you currently find yourself in. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive right on into it. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, guys. And before we get on into it, I do want to remind you that we are still running that sale on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. The link is in the description as well as a $40 off coupon code. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. The first thing I want to talk about here is the fact that Bitcoin did, of course, break out of this consolidation pattern we were talking about. Before then, Bitcoin was actually in a more symmetrical triangle pattern. Then we broke bullish, and it turned into more of a ascending triangle pattern. From there, Bitcoin's broken out of even that, as you saw in yesterday's video. And now Bitcoin actually finds itself in a trading channel, a rising trading channel, which is bullish or bearish depending on how you look at it. I think it's pretty bullish, especially considering the fact that Bitcoin has come up here and is actually testing resistance. You guys know that one of the easiest ways to tell which direction a market is going to break is by where it's actually trading. If Bitcoin is trading against the level of resistance, then it wouldn't make much sense for Bitcoin to break below the level of support in this case right now. Why would Bitcoin just fall straight through the floor? Normally, Bitcoin's going to kind of slowly trend down here towards the uptrend, and then we're going to break through it. When Bitcoin is against the level of resistance, it's more likely that you're going to see a bullish breakout, and when you're down towards the level of support, it's more likely you're going to see a bearish breakout. That's pretty obvious, but something that you might not have thought of, so I did want to bring that up. I see that small tip actually helping a lot of people because right now we see that Bitcoin is sitting up here actually in a rising trading channel. As you guys can see, an ascending wedge right here. We can see that Bitcoin is actually moving to the upside, and we do have a level of support. Let me go ahead and draw that trend line right there. Bitcoin does find itself in this pattern right here. And guys, that's a very interesting pattern because right now we're on the hourly chart. This pattern ends before the end of today. It's not going to be very long from now that Bitcoin is going to be either forced to break bullish out of this or break bearish out of this. And my money is on breaking bullish, but only slightly on breaking bullish. I'm maybe 55 to 60% bullish and maybe 40 to 45% bearish here, guys. I do think that Bitcoin is going to break bullish, but I'm not totally convinced it's going to do it right now. We probably will break bullish, but I do want to keep in mind that there is a little bit of hesitation in my voice when I say that. No matter what happens, though, guys, I think Bitcoin is now into a new uptrend, and I do think Bitcoin is going to continue moving to the upside. And as I said earlier on in the video, I do think that Bitcoin is on its way to $14,000 now that we've gotten all the way back to 13. And guys, a couple of the reasons why I believe that would, of course, have to do with our oscillators down here. As we can see on the hourly chart, our RSI has in general been trending to the upside. We actually kind of have a trading channel, if you want to call it that, on the RSI with a level of resistance right there and a level of support right here. RSI is obviously trending to the upside. That's a very bullish thing, and I do want to see that continue. RSI getting into overbought territory on the hourly chart actually isn't that big of a deal because Bitcoin can pull back for 6 hours or so, and it would really reset that hourly chart RSI. So I like seeing it trading up there against the higher levels as it currently is. Similar thing is happening on the MACD and the RSI on the 4-hourly chart. RSI has a very strong uptrend. You can see we have a little bit of an uptrend drawn right here. It matches, but it's not perfect. It's kind of hard to draw an uptrend on this. Maybe something like this would be a little bit more accurate. But either way, we also see there's an uptrend on the RSI. We're getting into overbought territory, but as we saw recently, getting into overbought territory is most certainly not the end of the world. It's actually kind of a bullish thing. And we also see that Bitcoin's MACD is pushing even farther to the upside. We do see that our histogram is green, even though we are still seeing a little bit of a bearish divergence. It's not a whole lot. In general, MACD is pointing to the upside and is doing pretty well for itself. As far as the daily chart is concerned, guys, we have two very important updates that I want to bring to your attention here. One of them has to do with something we mentioned in yesterday's video. In yesterday's video, I talked about how we were going to see a bullish cross on the MACD today to confirm this bullishness that we saw down here on the 6th of July. Right over here, we saw a reversal, some bullish convergence start right here where the MACD line started converging in on the signal line. We've now seen that cross, and Bitcoin is now bullish. That is a very good sign because Bitcoin might have had a little bit of hesitation about about getting above $13,000, but a daily cross bullish MACD will very much help with that. Another thing I want to point out down here is that over the last 2 days, stochastic RSI has started moving to the upside. As you guys know, and if you're in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy and you've watched the videos on RSI, you'll also know this. You don't read stochastic RSI and RSI based off of overbought and oversold signals. A very good example of why you wouldn't do that is out on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Let me show you what the stochastic RSI looks like on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Stochastic RSI has been overbought for 4 months. Just because you're overbought on the RSI or the stochastic RSI does not actually mean that you are ready for a downtrend. You want to read these different technical indicators, these two oscillators, insofar as reading into them where when they change direction or when they break an uptrend on them or on their charts, or when they break a downtrend on their charts, when they do something like that, when they follow technical analysis as you may normally do on a chart, that's when you want to start taking signals from them. Just because RSI is overbought doesn't mean you need to start shorting. If you started shorting right down here when Bitcoin entered overbought territory, you would have missed out on quite a big gain right here, quite a big rally, and you also would have probably lost your short position because you would have gotten stopped out. So be very careful with that. But guys, as you can tell, all the technical indicators seem to be looking pretty bullish. I haven't shown you many others, and I haven't shown you the moving averages, and that's mainly just because Bitcoin is so far above them that they aren't actually very relevant right now. I can show you the 20 hourly exponential moving average, and I can show you how Bitcoin has bounced off of it. That is something to look out for. But other than that, there's not actually a whole lot going on with the technical indicators right now because Bitcoin is just mainly just bullish. Now, guys, there may be a little bit of bearish sentiment left over that could push us to the downside here, but in general, I'm somewhat confident anyway that Bitcoin is going to break bullish here, and if not here, we're going to break to the downside and then break bullish later. Even though we're pretty bullish right now, something like this is very common. Bitcoin could easily do that, and it'd be perfectly healthy for it. But I do think within the next 48 hours or so, we're probably going to be trading at or above $14,000. We should be testing that relatively soon. As you guys know, or you might not know this is something I talk about in videos a lot, and this is also something I talk about in this video down here, gauging the strength of support and resistance in CT2A. I talk about how certain levels of support and resistance have a magnetism to them. When you get close to them, you're kind of drawn into them. When you get close to $6,000 and you're testing it as support during the last bear market, you're going to be drawn to it. You want to come down and test it, and sometimes you overshoot a little bit. Same thing is true for levels of resistance. In this case, Bitcoin is being drawn to $14,000 like a magnet to a magnet, or like a moth to a flame. Bitcoin is being dragged up here, and that's why you see Bitcoin go exuberant and start rallying in a really powerful, strong way right before it hits a level of resistance, because everybody's excited. Everybody thinks, okay, we've come this far. Clearly, we're going to go to the level of resistance, and that's where that massive bullishness can come from. And that's one scenario that may play out here over the next couple of days, is Bitcoin getting a bullish breakout either right now or a day from now or so, and then us getting dragged up to $14,000, and then the exuberance of setting a new yearly high pushes us straight through it and up to levels that we've talked about, like $16,000 to $17,000. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, guys, if we were trading at or above $16,000 to $17,000 before the month is over. I was just discussing with someone about where Bitcoin may end up at the end of this year, and I was talking about how I expect that Bitcoin's probably going to be trading in between $20,000 and $30,000. I think we're at least going to go to all-time high, and we're probably going to go higher, and I think that's going to continue starting right now. Bitcoin had a 30% retracement, guys. If Bitcoin was going to need a larger retracement, then why haven't we seen it yet? Bitcoin is very clearly ready to continue the rally. I think things are looking very bullish for Bitcoin, and I do think Bitcoin is going to be, like I said, at or above 14K relatively soon. Now, with that said, I do always want to add that caveat that things sometimes go south, sometimes things don't go the way you plan, so make sure you're always protecting yourself with your stop losses. Make sure you're always protecting yourself by not entering trades at the wrong time. For example, if you're looking to trade this breakout here, you're waiting for the bullish breakout and you want to trade it, don't buy the Bitcoin right now. I'm not giving you financial advice, but I'm telling you what I would do in this situation. What you want to do is you want to wait for Bitcoin to break out, wait for it to come up there, make sure you have your buy-in above these little candlesticks that are kind of faking it. Make sure you don't catch any of those. But after Bitcoin breaks out and you have volume to confirm it, make sure you check your volume. Very important down here. Make sure you check your volume, that there's a lot of volume, a lot of exuberance in the market. When there's that breakout, then you can come in, buy that position, and then hold on for dear life for 14K. That's a trade that you can make. It's going to be a 3 or 4% trade. If you're using leverage, it can be a lot more than that. Make sure you're being careful if you're using leverage, but there's a lot of money you can make with it as well. Anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I do hope you did enjoy today's video. I'm going to go enjoy some more colorful Colorado and put myself on top of another mountains. Speaking of mountains, we went up to somewhere called St. Mary's Glacier yesterday. If you guys aren't familiar with that, then you should totally go up there. I'll throw a little bit of footage and maybe a picture or two up on screen right now to show you that absolutely spectacular sights. I was blown away, guys. I live in Florida, so seeing mountains that are 14,000 feet, nearly 3 miles above sea level, is absolutely spectacular. Anyway, guys, before we wrap it up, like I said, I do want to remind you that we are running that sale on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. If you guys want to learn how to trade these markets and how to be profitable during the bull market, you can join the nearly 700 people we have in the course. And I know you will get a lot of value out of it because everyone who goes through the course tells me so. You can ask them in the comment section down below. Someone asked in the comment section down below if CT2A was worth it, and someone responded in all caps, yes, CT2A is worth it. I'm so much more profitable now than I ever have been because of the course. It was really funny. But anyway, guys, like I said, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I did hope you guys enjoyed, and I do hope you are enjoying your time in the cryptocurrency space. I hope you're profitable, and I hope that we can end the year on a profitable note. Anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.